are airborne. And today, we are traveling, leaving Morristown, Tennessee. I'm running up.
Traffic left, so one's a helicopter west into the field. Will be straight out departure to the northwest, Morristown.
I am going to be headed up to a little bit east of Cincinnati. To deliver a bid for the company I work for. So just going to grab the courtesy car and buzz into town. It's very hot today. 164 miles. I got full fuel. I put some fuel in the auxiliary so I can go up there, not have to get gas and can just make a quick turnaround. At least that's the goal. Start the clock rolling on the fuel. Definitely can tell I got plenty of gas on board, plus it's hot. So it's like 85 and very humid. But we'll get up here into some cool air. Turn that cabin air on. Everything seems to be running good. So let me tell you real quick about this airport. Alright, so it is identifier Foxtrot Golf X-Ray Fleming-Mason. It's in Kentucky, right along the, just off of the Ohio River. And I'm going up there to Maysville to drop off a bid. And it's got a, it's at 913 foot elevation, 5,000 foot runway. There's fuel on the airport. Enterprise services it, and they have a courtesy vehicle. So we'll see what it's like. Anyway, good to see you all again. I know it's been a while. Whew, it is very humid out today. Visibility is terrible. Alright, we're coming up over the Clinch Mountain range here. And we're just going to level off at 3,500 feet. I don't want to get too high today. We got a lot of cloud. Probably going to get a lot of CU buildup today. And it seems like the cloud levels are about 4,000 feet. So, cloud bases. Now I want to have to dodge all that. Plus, I just don't need to get up that high, except right here over the Clinch, Cumberland Mountain region here in South Kentucky, North Tennessee. Virginia right now for just a moment here, not very long, but just flying over Virginia. Just hearing this. Tiny little western side where it comes down real tight. Some real beautiful cliffs up here, but I think I'm going to have to...
The airport traffic, helicopter 58 Bravo, going through the gap for Bell County.
Middlesboro, the Cumberland Gap is just over here to my left-hand side. Oh, probably... about 20 miles. But I'm looking at the terrain up here ahead. According to my terrain map, I am going to clear it, but I think I'm going to add on another 500 feet here, just for a little buffer. Too bad it slopes that way and not the other way, or it'd be out the passenger side, but yeah, wow, pretty, very pretty. Wow. Yeah, we'll have to do that. That would be a real pretty sightseeing thing. Definitely got a little air stirring things up. A little rough out here. This isn't a good area at all. I think what I'm going to do, this is one thing I like doing, is usually I like staying the nearest ATC, which is nearest airport, and then I just look it up, 124625. That's Indianapolis. So then if I need help, I've got somebody. We're back in Kentucky. We weren't in Virginia very long.
8995, actually clear to deviate right of course for Fleming-Mason enable.
Miles to go, and we are over this portion of southeast Kentucky that is just woods. I mean, there is a lot of undeveloped land out here. It's just all rolling hills. Kind of a nasty place if you had to go down anywhere, but here and there I find a spot or two. I just kind of keep my eyes peeled for that stuff. So anyway, so far all's well though. Should be there, and well, I guess about 40, well, not 40, 30, 35 minutes. So yeah, 35, 40 minutes, somewhere in there. Anyway, should be there right around 1 o'clock, and yeah, about 40 minutes. We are about a little under 50 miles to go now. We're out over land starting to... Land starting to flatten out now. So, still around 3,500 feet. Coming to ask for any better conditions. Really enjoying some of the rock formations down in these hills. Just looking at some different things. Not a whole lot going on out here. There's a few roads here and there. Starting to see some more houses and development, but that was pretty sparsely populated through most of that area. It's been a long time since I've flown up through this neck of the woods. Normally this is just not on the in between any 2 points I'm really headed to. So this is kind of a first. But yeah, anyway, see you shortly. A minute ago, I'm so thankful for ADS-B nowadays. So there's this aircraft that came into my screen on the scope here, and it was one of those where, you know, you're coming along like this, and it was showing him 700-800 feet underneath me, so I knew I had, well, at least some altitude separation. But I'm a little leery when we start getting into altitudes like that, especially when I'm at a VFR altitude and it's a VFR plane. I was like, well, you know, there could be a little discrepancy there. So it's coming up, and I've learned with this ADS-B, you've got to think a little bit ahead, so wherever you're seeing the traffic on there, that's going to be a little bit ahead. The airplane's going to be ahead of that to some degree or another because of the time it takes for all the transmissions and all of that to get to the station and back to me and vice versa. So for both aircraft. So it was getting closer and closer, and I'm like, man, where is this guy? And I'm like banking the wings and looking all over the place, and the thing squelched, you know, that, man, it was close. And so I was like, well, there's nothing in my immediate field of view, and I don't know how I missed it. I don't know if it was behind the strut the whole time, or I think I'm not sure, but all of a sudden I look out and he was just going right underneath me. So the altitude was correct, but yeah, I don't know. I like having a visual before it gets to that point, and I don't know. Anyway, that's like the first time I've not been able to make a visual with an aircraft that is within that close, but thankfully it went okay. I'm assuming maybe he saw me. I don't know. he would have had I would have been right in his direct vision. So I'm sure he probably saw me. But in any case, yeah, just kind of one of those things, you know, hey, if it hadn't been for this, I don't know, maybe I wouldn't have seen him or, you know, saw him at the same time. But I did have an awareness that there was an aircraft out there for some time, so I'm thankful for that. And, I think it's a good little tool for everybody to get ADS-B equipped. It's not that expensive anymore to get it done. And I tell you what, that it could be a lifesaver for sure. So anyway, all right, well, we're 32 miles to go. Usually when I get down to about 25 miles, I start getting all my airport information kind of figured out and kind of set up which way I want to come in and land and all that stuff. So 25 miles, I'm going to go to AWA, see if I can pick it up. Not yet. Let me see if I pull squelch.
16390 Zulu, weather, wind, 340 at 3. Visibility 103,600. Scattered temperature 30 Celsius. Dew point 21. Altimeter 3010. Remark. Density altitude 2,700. Fleming-Mason Airport. Automated weather observation 16390 Zulu, weather, wind 340 at 3. Visibility 1.
All right. So we got that. So we'll go to 123.0. And then we're going to go ahead and extend the runway. So according to this, runway 7, long range tanks, so I can just check that my main tanks are down some, turn on one of the fuel gauges. For those, turn on the auxiliary fuel pumps, kind of mark it 1 minute. I get about generally a half gallon per minute, maybe a little bit more than that. So I can just verify those. I always like to check the wings, make sure, you know, I'm not seeing fuel going anywhere or anything like that. You got to keep the wings pretty level. We can, yeah, you just kind of fly in a slip configuration. You can really pull the gas out of it. Fleming-Mason traffic, Cessna 18 Golf. It's about 10 miles to the south inbound, Fleming-Mason.
Georgetown, 6 upstairs, left crosswind for 21 Georgetown.
So we're now coming to about 1,000 feet. We're at TPA. Fleming traffic, Cessna 18 Golf is entering the left downwind. Runway 25, Fleming. Fleming traffic, Cessna 18 Golf is left base 25, Fleming. Fleming traffic, Cessna 18 Golf is final 25, Fleming. Full stop. I just don't use the flaps unless I really have to most of the time. I prefer slips. Growing up flying the Cessna 120 more than anything else, not having the flaps, you just kind of got in the habit. Not bad. I always keep on a 150. I always keep, or no, any nose tail unless winds dictate otherwise. I keep my stick in my lap. Fleming traffic, Cessna 18 Golf, clearly active. Fleming. Alright. Nice little place. So here it is, very nice little airport. Nice little terminal. There's the trusty bird. It was a worthwhile trip. I ended up getting the bid, so we got a job up here. So I ended up flying up here for some good reason. Just finished pre-flighting. We are about ready to leave. Very nice little terminal, had everything I needed. The courtesy car had AC. So we are gonna go ahead and get in and fly on back. All right, here we go. Big runway. Airspeed's alive. Instruments are green. Got some hawks circling over here. Gotta watch out for them. But we're good. Alright. We're gonna head on back, so we'll catch up with you in a little bit.